right outside, so come on in, don't be shy. We've got ghosts and UFOs. Brace yourself, get ready for the show. Don't be afraid of the dark, the fun's about to start. Nightmares or tales will inspire. Oh, tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Have you heard tell of a demon next door? Or maybe a cryptid on the lake shore? There's nothing too strange for us here, so if you're ready, stamp out your fear. Don't be afraid of the dark, the fun's about to start. Nightmares or tales will inspire. Tonight at the Scaredy Campfire. Whoa, whoa.
Welcome back, campers, to episode 64 of the Scaredy Campfires. Tonight's story begins with something small, a detail easy to overlook, easy to dismiss. But sometimes the tiniest things are the first signs that something is quietly, patiently going wrong. Tonight's first story comes from Reddit user who shares a chilling tale passed down from their grandmother's childhood in a sprawling ancestral home in Tamil Nadu, in a house where the soft chime of women's anklets was an everyday sound. One night, that familiar jingle echoed through the corridor with no one there to make it, stopping right outside a bedroom door. So, I'm from India, and my grandma once told me this story that still freaks me out. Back in the mid 1900s, my grandma used to live in a huge ancestral house in Tamil Nadu. People generally lived in these massive joint family homes, like 15 people under one roof. The kind of old school houses with tiled roofs, an open courtyard in the middle, and doors with those little gaps at the bottom to let air through. As a cultural thing, all the women in the family wore anklets that made this soft jingling sound when they walked. It's important for the story. Anyway, my grandma was around 15 at the time. One night, she and her siblings were getting ready to sleep when they heard the sound of anklets outside their room. They thought it was their mum or aunt checking something, so my grandma went to look, but the corridor was completely empty. She just figured they went back to bed. A while later, she heard it again. This time, it stopped right outside their door. She bent down to peek through the gap under the door, but there was nobody there. She got scared and woke her sister up. Her sister was the brave one. She just opened the door to check. Nothing. Empty hallway. They shut the door, tried to sleep again, and then the sound came back, slower. Closer. Both of them froze. They decided to look under the door one more time, and this time they saw someone staring back at them. They screamed so loud that the whole house woke up. The parents came running, and what's weird is they actually believed them. In those days, people were big on spirits and omens. The next morning, their father planted a neem tree outside the house because it's supposed to ward off evil. My grandma told me the story when I was a kid, and it gave me nightmares for days. She's in heaven now, watching over me and keeping all the evil spirits away. Whether it was a trick of the dark, a wandering spirit, or something drawn to the rhythms of that old household, the memory never left the family. The sound of the anklets in an empty hallway, and the face glimpsed beneath the door became a story whispered for generations. Some sounds belong to the living, and some perhaps do not. Tonight's second story comes from Reddit user u/blasphemybaby, who recalls a night in the early 2000s when a glance out their bedroom window revealed something impossible. A towering Easter bunny hopping down a quiet, lamp-lit street before vanishing into shimmering blue light. This is going to sound absolutely unbelievable, but I swear up and down I saw the Easter bunny once, and I found out years later that my younger brother, saw the same thing too. We just never brought it up to one another or anyone because we didn't want to sound crazy. This was more than 10 years ago, sometime in the early 2010s, when I was like 12 or 13 years old. It was the night before or the night of Easter itself, I can't remember exactly, but it was around the Easter holiday, and at that point I was a little older and fully aware. The Easter bunny wasn't real. My parents had told me that at some point before then. Well, at the time I slept in a second-story bedroom that overlooked our backyard, the back of the neighbors opposite to us, and then the curvy street running along the front of the neighbor's house, which I had a pretty clear view of. It was illuminated with street lights, and the sighting I had there was so clear and bizarre that I remember it vividly. It was late at night, after like 10 p.m., and I remember casually glancing out of my bedroom window and seeing the Easter bunny, like someone 6 to 7 feet tall in a costume, hopping along the street opposite of our backyard. I only saw the thing from the back, but I recognized it immediately as the Easter bunny. It had a white costume body with the fluffy tail and everything, perfectly round head and prominent ears, and wearing a vest. I remember being yellow and purple colored. It hopped like you'd expect a bunny to, or like a person trying really hard in a costume, I guess. The strangest, and looking back on it now, most disturbing part, though, was how it suddenly vanished. It hopped up one final time and seemed to disappear into a portal of some kind, light blue and sparkling, that appeared as the bunny hopped into it, and faded away seconds after it disappeared. Then it was just an empty street again. I remember standing there at my window for minutes afterwards, absolutely stunned and in disbelief. It was so bizarre and unbelievable. I didn't tell anyone, but I thought about it all night and researched it, and to this day, I still think about it. I brought it up to my brother last year, and he said he saw it around that time too, several years ago, and at night, though his sighting was much creepier. I only recently told my boyfriend about this, and he basically said I'm nuts, but I know what I saw. I was completely sober and of sound mind when this happened, and I know I didn't imagine it into existence. Am I alone in this experience? Whether it was imagination, coincidence, or something far stranger passing through that neighborhood, the memory remains crystal clear. Some sights fade with time, and some only grow more unsettling. That ends episode 64, campers. If you notice something out of place tonight, don't convince yourself it's nothing. The smallest changes often come first. Stay near the fire and pay attention.
As the night gets longer and the darkness creeps in, with the eerie silence broken only by whispering wind, come gather round the fire, the flickering flames, and hear the tales of the spooky and the strange. Chill up your back, a shiver up your spine. You'll be haunted by the things that you find. Legends will unfold and stories will be told at the scary campfire. for only